Okay, I came back to go live. I'm gonna wait for a few people to come in so that I can talk to the people that was in my last live and let them know why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I will link those videos below this one. But the reason why, let me see, I'm gonna wait for some people to come in. Okay, I got two people. Hey, oh hey Felicia. Um, you still, in my thoughts. Are you still there? Come out of there. No. Come on. Come on. She left the light on and everything, child. Naomi and Felicia, y'all went in the last five. I don't know. Y'all probably didn't drop down. But I came live to tell everybody from my last live, Mississippi still burning, that I will be private in that live simply because I had the kids in the background. They were loud, talking loud, being disruptive. Sophie was doing a whole lot of barking because she's not used to them being here. Um, and for the most part, Monday through Friday, they're here. They be here Monday through Friday. So I don't begin why Sophie be acting a whole damn fool, and they be here Monday through Friday. She should be used to them, but they loud and disruptive. And basically, I guess when they're not here, it's pretty quiet. We be chilling out, me and my aunt, and we just be chilling. So when they come, I think that they just, I don't know if she be trying to fit in with the kids or what. And basically, I went back. Hold on, y'all. Let me plug up my laptop. I had let my sister use my laptop charger. So let me plug it up. Okay. Basically, I feel like Sophie be trying to either fit in or they be too loud, and it 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 throws her. And also, I'm put that video on private mode because stop, Sophie, stop. I'm put the video on private mode simply because I said stop. Dang, shit. Y'all, Sophie so daggone hard headed. I'm putting on private mode simply because the kids are talking in the background and I have no idea on what they're talking about. And I don't want, the sector that we in using that as, I don't want them using that information against me or whatever. A lot of people in this sector they have kids too, but they able to control their kids. And by these being my nieces and nephews, I have no control over what my nieces and nephews are actually doing. Therefore, I don't try and intervene or have any backlash for them. So I'm just going into the video that we're currently in, and I'm gonna put the link to the video that we discussed. I said stop. What are you doing? No, I'm not giving you a treat. I'm not doing that. You done had two treats. I gave you a treat earlier to keep you from doing all that barking. D- girl, girl, girl.
You done had two treats. I gave you a treat earlier.
Oh, let me lift up my arm. I'm choking. So the video became very disruptive. The video was a pretty decent video in the beginning because I was talking about the situation that's going on in Mississippi right now, where they found 215 bodies behind a state jail in Jackson, Mississippi. And I thought it was a pretty good video. I may come back and do the video separately. I may come back and do the video separately as an upload. And I also included information about a video from Kimberly, which is the link that I've just dropped in the comment section below. I dropped the link so that Sophie, no, please stop. I'm already. Will you be a trigger? Shit, I had to turn on my fan. But the video link that I dropped is the video from a channel called Kimberly, and it was basically a story about a mother in Illinois that they did a cesarean on her and stole her baby and killed two of her children. And I found that to be a very interesting story. So I was sharing it with them. But then I wanted to like show the pictures of the suspects. And I know the video that I watched earlier today had a whole lot of detailed information. And basically, the video that I did earlier, it was me trying to figure out which video I saw it on. I wanted to actually get the names of the people, and I found that it was a very interesting story, and I wanted to share it with you all so you all could see the actual video. So I just dropped the link to that. If you're into true crime, I definitely recommend that you go and watch that video. Um, I'm trying to wait until others come into the chat because I had a few people who was probably interested. I don't know if before I ended the video they actually clicked the link so that they can go and watch the video or not, right? So hopefully that they see I'm back, they come over and see what's going on, and then they can have the link here because, excuse me, like I said, I will be privating that video later on. I also gave an update. So I had to mention Felicia Fee because she's my moderator and she gave me some. I found out some information the other day on Instagram that I hardly ever go on, which is, believe it or not, Felicia, you do have access to my private Instagram where me and my family and my actual friends are on together. So I hardly ever go over there because for the most part on Instagram, which I rarely be on Instagram, I share a lot of foolishness and funny videos with friends from the beef sector. So I commented to you on that, and hopefully you'll follow me on my backup Instagram. And if you want to communicate, I would suggest that that's the best place. So I'll have up to date information about you there. Um, so you're definitely in my prayers. Now, I saw a picture of you. I think it was either Sunday you put a picture and you were where I'll be. I thought that I'll be there Thursday and I could probably come down and visit with you, but they changed the date to the 23rd. So I'm not going to be there on the 11th. I will be at that facility on the 23rd for 5 days. So And you know I'm not driving right now, so if I could, I would just come by and holler at you and see about you and stuff like that. But unfortunately, it I'm like a child. I be waiting on people to actually take me places, and that's so annoying to me. And I'll be so happy when I can get cleared to actually be a driver for myself. Whew, okay. What else going on? What else going on? I did discuss the 215 bodies with my family, my sister and my aunt, and I was explaining to them, how I felt about that situation. I really feel like just Google 215 bodies found in Mississippi, and you could come up with articles, videos, and all kind of stuff on that topic, so you'll know exactly what's going on with that. I suggest that you go and look at the information when it comes to that story too, simply because is it a civil rights issue or and what I was trying to explain to my sister and my aunt, when we speak on civil rights, it's not necessarily people of color or black people per se. Civil rights can include anybody. And like I was telling them, it's not only black people that are buried behind this jail. There are also Caucasians that buried behind this jail as well. So when we speak on civil rights, it's not, and we were trying to explain because the kids are out of school next Monday for Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. And we were trying to explain to the children because they was like, for black people, rights. And I was like, well, in a sense, it was for black people rights, but actually civil rights is the rights of being a human being, period. Like, it's not simply black people, it's the rights of human beings, period. Hell, dogs have civil rights. Cause y'all believe it or not, I'm finna kick so fast she keep on fucking with me. And y'all could call them peoples if you like. I'm just saying. In the eyes of an angel. Cause she really working my nerve. Why you doing that? I opened it out so you could go on and wander around the house. The kids are gone. Who is you talking to? I'm the mama. I'm the mama. I run this. I beat your ass. Y'all, some think she cute because she got a haircut. She been acting a fool ever since. She been acting a fool before this damn haircut, child. But so far, with her acting a fool. Uh, so I guess that since we gonna change topics and this a whole new video, we could talk about some stuff. Have I been looking at beef sector stuff? Not so much. I did, however, see that Tracy had a list of 50 some odd people, and she said, from what I gather, she ain't messing with them no more. So I went and looked at a video that she did this morning, and she was like, she blocked 50 some odd people. People was coming in the chat, and they was talking about Carlos and all this and that. And I was like, why do people do some of the things that people do? You dropping down in this lady chat talking about Carlos. And she got some mods up in that chat, baby. She like, oh, block them. Don't put them on no 15-minute. Put them on 24 hours, baby. They will be blocked. If they gonna get up under your skin that bad, Tracy, you need to go on and block them. I looked at a video over the weekend and I know I was behind. It was ODS. And I was trying to look at the video they were saying that Tracy did when she was naming the some of the 58 people. And I wanted to know if my name was on. No, I know my name wasn't on that list. I know my name wasn't on that list. I hope my name wasn't on that list because she was saying if you come to my Instagram, I'ma block your ass. That's what she was saying this morning. But from what I heard that she was naming them, and I think she said that Tracy was number one. I know Mim Pam. I know that ODS, Lady Nika. Pizarro, Brianna. Oh, she said, I'm finna slap the taste from you. She said that Brooke husband name on the list. Dovey name was on the list. Oh, Faith Yaya's name was on the list. And so on and so forth. And Pam was like, "Oh, I'm gonna stop. I had gave that bitch a cash out, and I'm gonna stop giving her a cash out, and I ain't fooling with her." And blah blah blah. And she was talking about Tracy live in a trailer park, and Tracy live in a trailer, and I'm like, "Girl, you live any way you can, but anyway." It was just so funny to me. So I went to try and go and find the video where she actually named the names, and I couldn't find the child. I went over there. Tracy got us looking at One Life to Live with her, the news, and I'm like, girl, what? I thought, oh, child. Honey, I might make the list because I was finna say, child, I was so goddamn bored over there trying to figure out this shit with the list. I was just so bored. But Tracy, no offense, but everybody ain't trying to look at the news and One Life to Live with you, girl. I did find out Tracy said she about to be baptized again, and she have some retreats she's going on with her church, and she like being around positivity. I did hear her tell someone in her chat that they give her positive vibes, and she can read positive and negative vibes, and that I feel like Tracy is trying to enter into positivity for 2024. Tracy says she's already planning her on. Y'all probably like, bitch, why the fuck we talking about Tracy? I see, cause we done went from 4 to 2. But hell, like I said, I ain't been watching. I haven't been watching the Beast Circle. I promise y'all, I probably have watched over. Ooh, I done probably watched over 100 true crime videos over the weekend. And y'all might think that is some dark entertainment. But when I tell you, when you look into these true crime cases and you see the thought process of certain type of people, and I'm gonna tell y'all, with true crime, some people, it seems like you go to these true crime stories and you think that you're gonna get a lot of African American or blacks or anything like that, and that is a bald faced lie. I know one of the people that I watch, and they be doing the true crime stories. I feel like I've only seen one story this weekend because this is a new content creator that I came across. She may not be new to YouTube, but she's new to me. And I watched almost 30 of her videos over the weekend trying to, see her how she do her true crime stories, how she break down the information. And I think I saw one case that was of black descent. And that case in itself was crazy AF. When I tell you, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about that story. And I don't have any names, but I'll be like young lady, mama, dad, and this, da, 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 da. Okay, so there was a young lady in, I think, Mississippi that was of African descent. Her mother was raising two girls, and she was a single mom, and she worked and her girls went to school. Her girls was close in age, so they was in high school together. The young lady who was unalive was a young lady who was excelling to the point to where she was about to graduate high school early because she had been partaking in college courses in school. But this young lady became pregnant. The mother was saying, okay, well, who is the baby daddy? And she gave a Hispanic person's name. I forget the name, y'all, but she gave a Hispanic person name. Come to find out, the baby daddy was the mother's sister's husband. What was going on was her aunt would in, would have her and her little sister come over and babysit her kids while she worked, and she was an over the road truck driver, and she would have them to come over and babysit. But the once everything was said and done, and the man, he actually committed the crime against the young lady simply because she wanted to actually have her baby. They had gave this girl a baby shower. She wanted to have her baby, and um she wanted to be a mother. And I think that he didn't want anybody to find out. Okay, so when it comes to these true crime stories, the first thing I think about is what in the world do these people be thinking, right? When it comes to true crime, I be trying to figure out like the thought process of the person, because no matter what, these days and time, it's a real big possibility that your crime will be found out and you will not get away with the crime, simply because, first of all, we have more technology these days. We have a whole lot of new technology these days. I got to get away from Sophie because Sophie is pissing me off. We have a whole lot of new technology. So if you leave any DNA fibers or anything like that, you could be found simply because it's gonna be something leading back to you, right? That's why if somebody make me mad, I just gotta walk away from it because I feel like under no circumstances will I be able to commit that type of crime. Even the smartest, richest people cannot get away with those type of. Come here, come here. Hold on, y'all. Bye. Hateful ass. Even the smartest, richest people cannot get away with those type of crimes simply because you have DNA matter. You, no matter where you go within a whole lot of these cities, you gonna have street cameras, cameras inside stores. You gonna have ring doorbell cameras. You gonna have something to link you to the crime. Um, Basically, but what happened in this story, he actually ended up telling his brother what he did. Thank God his brother was the type of person that was like, so you think that I'm gonna sit here and let you tell me what you done to that little girl? First of all, and they were of Hispanic descent. First of all, you think I'm finna sit here and let you tell me what you done to that little girl sexually, and you think that I'm gonna also allow you to tell me that you have unalived this little girl simply because she was pregnant by you and you didn't want your wife to find out. And that's what bring me to. Oh, I done dropped y'all. Sorry. That's what bring me to the thought of what make you think that you could commit these crimes and get away with it. Even the essaying of this little girl, right? I feel like um a lot of times people don't realize or understand that the crimes that you create against people after some time it's gonna come to light. Either that person's gonna get tired of you doing the things that you're doing to them, or you gonna you created a baby. You're an adult dealing with this girl. So the little sister, she knew all along of the situation simply because he was doing it to her too. And she was interviewed and she came and she told them once they had done did all this forensic work and digital footprint work, they had went to his job. He worked for like a pickle pod. That was the name of it, pickle pod. He worked for a company called Pickle Part where you could go in and you could go to, like, if they got the model car that you have, you could go into that yard and you can go to your car and you could choose, like, if you need a headlight, you could go get a headlight or so on and so forth, right? So he worked there. Um, I hear a lot of loud noise and y'all let Sophie out. That's what I'm doing. So basically what he did was he took that little girl to the pickle pod and he ended up leaving. He didn't clock out and he ended up taking her to a dump and he dumped her. They they investigated at her school and they found out that she came to school. She had two big bags as if she was running away. Well, come to find out, he had told her that he was going to run off with her and they was going to raise their baby together. They were going to raise their baby together. But in the back of his mind, he felt like, no, we not running off nowhere. This is how I'm going to lure you so that I can get rid of you because I don't want your aunt to know that I have impregnated you, and I don't want anyone to know that I have been messing with underage girls. First of all, when you went that low in your thoughts, you didn't think that okay, I was messing with the sister too, and the sister I have, she could tell people that I mess with her too. I just never know like the criminal mind. What do the criminal mind be thinking when they be concocting these situations in their head on what they're gonna actually do to their prey, right? They're not thinking in a rational manner because I think in a criminal mind, the best thing for you to do is go and tell on yourself. Maybe they'll find some type of leniency on what you did. But see, you pushed it way too far. You committed homicide against this teenage girl and feticide because she was pregnant with your baby. So how did you think that you was gonna get away with that? But they don't be thinking. They don't be thinking. The criminal mind is so distorted. It's so distorted. I think a lot of people minds are distorted. But when you go as far as what maniac that feel like, okay, if I rid the world of this person, then I'll get off. Ain't no way in the world you thought you were gonna get off. Period. There's no way in the world you thought you was gonna get away with that injustice on that little girl. So, like I said, you have your digital footprint. The job that he was working at, they had video of him bypassing the employee parking lot and going in unauthorized areas for employees. They had him leaving the grounds without even clocking out. So they had that on him as a digital footprint. They had the digital footprint of the school showing that she came to school and she had two big old bags, thinking that she would be able to actually run off with her baby daddy. That's how she was thinking. She was thinking that I'm gonna be able to run off with my baby daddy. Come on. I don't know why you keep tangling yourself up like that, look crazy. She thinking she gonna be able to run off with her baby daddy in his skirting and get away with get away with being a grown fast little girl. The sister, she didn't tell her mama because at the school they had them on video arguing with one another. You know, the sister was trying to I guess you could say the video that they had of them, the sister was motioning because they had like the court TV where the court, oh, I had to hurry up and get him. Where the court um was, talking to the witnesses and stuff. And one of the school resource people was saying how the she could see them on the camera arguing with one another. She could actually hear what she was saying, but when you're in a situation where you're talking to someone and you use a hand motions to get your point across, like you're hitting the your back of your hand against your other palm, and you trying to explain to them and using your arms in a manner to like you trying to get them to see your point, like I'm doing now, like y'all can see me. But she was doing that. And so it was almost as if she was trying to advise her sister, no, I don't think you should be trying to do this while you leaving me and mama. Mama gonna help you with this baby, so on and so forth. Finally, once it became apparent that the sister had been unalive, the little sister did come out and say that she have seen where when they go over to help with the other kids and babysit, that her sister would be in her aunt and her husband bed together and they will be doing the deed. And it's been times where they could be watching a movie on the couch. She used to sleep on the couch, so she would probably, fall asleep and be awakened by movement on the couch, and she might look and see, and they doing the deed on the couch. And so the sister would she started telling, the officers, and when they went to court, they, she was a witness, they was able to, cross-examine her and speak to her on the matter, and she talked about what she witnessed in the house with them. Also, if you can recall, I told y'all that the mother asked who was the dad. She gave a Hispanic name. Was it the sister husband's name? No, it was another name, but it was a Hispanic name. And basically, in a group chat that the family had, they were in the group chat arguing because she was like, I believe that I can't remember their names, y'all, but I'm gonna say the sister husband. I believe that And it wasn't even the mom, it was another one of the sisters. But she was like, I believe that your husband is the baby daddy. And the sister whose husband it was, she got mad. She didn't want to deal with them no more or anything. Once they went to court and she was able to testify, she had done changed her whole trajectory simply because you couldn't keep your mouth shut. You had to go to your brother, and then if we watch, I know I look at Law and Order all the time. I see how they put the plant in the damn dorm room with you, and y'all get buddy, and y'all get to talking, and you wearing a wire, and you catching everything that I said on the wire. So you actually sat in jail and told somebody that what you had done to the girl, where her body was, and da 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 da. They went to the junkyard where the yeah, and they found her book bag. Her mama said when she went in the room to look for her stuff, she know that she had got her some Victoria's Secret. You know how they have their annual sales. She got her some bra and panty sets that match on, and you had to take them with you because you finna go be with your man. Hey, G Butterfly, I'm gonna explain after this why I'm gonna put that other video on private. But you had to go be with your man, right? So you gonna take your Victoria's Secret panties and stuff and all that, so you can go be with your man. Y'all about to run off and raise y'all child together, but you don't know that this man have other intentions for you. And y'all, that's simply why I look at a lot of true crime videos. I look at a lot of true crime videos because in the end, it gives me a out. It gives me a look into how the way people think. And the whole time I'm watching these true crime videos, I think to myself like, okay, off the rip, I already knew they weren't gonna get away with it, right? Simply because we have all this technology and stuff. Even back in the 50s, I know that a lot of things was just put on people. And I know that, but I know that in the long run, a lot of people were able to escape their state and go to another state simply because, from what I heard, my grandfather, he actually killed a white police officer. He fled the state of Georgia and moved to Florida and lived out the rest of his life in Florida. So that was a different time. DNA was not the same. They just came up with CODIS. They just came up with putting people on the national registry and so on and so forth. So whenever I look at these true crime videos, I'm always thinking to myself like, what exactly made this person think that they would actually get away with this in this day and time? Most of the cases that I've been watching lately are cases that has been going on since perhaps maybe 2000. I'll say the latest case was the one that we spoke on earlier, and that was in 95. But the thing with 95 was that you had a lot of witnesses. I don't know what technology we was working with, but I know that today, in this day and time, I don't know how anybody feel like that they can actually get away with murder unless you got Elise Keaton as your attorney. How to Get Away with Murder. That was a good show. I wish it came back. So G Butterfly, the reason why I'm going to put that video on private is because at the end, them kids was loud. They was talking. I could make out some of their conversation, and you know what we are. So I'm gonna private that video. And Sophie was doing a whole lot of barking. I did drop the link of the video that I wanted y'all to go look at as far as the case back in 95 where they did the cesarean on Deborah and they killed her two children. I feel like that is a good case. And basically you could see the police work that they were doing back then compared to today. Because, like I said, today's time, it's too much technology going on. It's too much, um, it's just too much going on to where it's very hard to get away with it. And then you think about the way people think and how I don't know how they be thinking that they're gonna get away with certain aspects of the crimes that they commit. That's why I don't know how Diddy think he gonna get away with it. I don't know how he think he gonna get away with it. But I do think that it's gonna be a time where they're gonna actually be able to, instead of these civil cases, they will be doing they will be doing criminal cases. I do think that. I do. I do think that. I think that eventually he will be charged criminally for the acts that he's been accused of. It's too much stuff going on. I think that they're gonna even come back with the fact that all those people like Puffy, I mean not Puffy, but allegedly, like they say it's so many people that's around him that are now deceased to where you probably can put your hands on him as being guilty of some of the things he's. I had to mute myself on. Sarah was trying to talk. Hold on, y'all. I got to fix me something. Yeah, so I don't know how the criminal mind works, but the criminal mind is way less advanced than technology that we're working with today. Okay? The criminal mind ain't caught up. They ain't caught up. I don't care what nobody say. Hold on, y'all. Fix me something to drink. Yeah, I be wanting to slap Sophie. Cause she swear she my boss. Like, Sophie is a brat. I guess I'll feed her. I don't know what it is, but it's mm, she she working my nerve. Shut your mouth. Oh, oh, child, you just worrisome. You just worrisome. Come on. I feed her in the garage now, so she can eat in peace. I guess I don't know. It's something about in the garage that Sophie like to eat in the garage. She don't want to eat in the kitchen. She want to eat in the garage. We usually feed her by the back door, and I don't know. She rather eat in the garage, so I bring her out here in the garage and let her eat in the garage. Um, we were gonna go home this week. I was gonna ask my aunt to just go ahead and take me home. And hi, Miss Ray Ellen. I was gonna ask my aunt to just go ahead and take me home so I could start preparing myself to be able to go ahead and go to the hospital. Um, but once I found out it wasn't gonna be on the 11th, then I decided that I would stay here at least another week. And then she asked me if I could do her a favor, a solid, and watch my niece and nephew on Friday. So I just decided that I was gonna stay. She didn't know I don't know. She probably would have said, yes, bye, go home. In a sense, I feel like she's like ready to push the little birdie out the nest because I don't know if you all know, but since I've been staying at my aunt's house, I have become more mobilized. I have not been able to actually utilize the right arm as good as I can my left arm, but I'm at a point where I can't. Drop y'all again. Trying to get her food. I am at a point now where I can actually do certain things with my arm. I can tell y'all that I'm able to do certain things with the right arm. Am I able to braid my own hair? No. I used to be able to braid my own hair. One day last week, I know, was it? I think it was a little bit before Christmas. I wanted to put on some makeup, and I went to go try and do my eyebrow, and I looked a jack leg fool. I looked the whole fool, y'all, simply because I'm right-handed and I cannot do. I can only lift my right hand probably up to my nose. I can touch my nose with my right hand. But me trying to sit there and do my eyebrow and no, child, I was looking a daggone fool. Yeah, I'm improving. I just wish I can get this right together. I was gonna start physical therapy, but I didn't want to start doing physical therapy and then, the new year when your insurance change over and all that. I had got a new insurance card, so I didn't want to, get myself in a situation where they talking about the billing and all of that, which they've been doing. So I'm kind of glad I held off on it. But I said that I want to start my physical therapy next month so that I can actually go ahead and do this. They finna use me as a guinea pig, and I guess it's to my health. But on the 23rd, I'm supposed to admit myself into the hospital so that they can do triggers on me to see what triggers me to have seizures. Since I've been at my aunt's house, I've had one, thank God. But that one did cause me to have to go to the emergency room. I went to the emergency room simply because I dislocated the left shoulder. But the left shoulder has healed since then. It's this damn right one that they went and did surgery on 2 times. But who Miss Ray Ellen, there's a link that I put into the chat. Now that I thought about it, I really would like anybody who's listening in to click on that link after we end this video. Go look at that video, and I want to discuss that case. I want to discuss that case. Even if I drop the link and people come up and hit the panel and we talk about that case, that's an interesting case to me. And the thing about Kimberly is Kimberly gonna give you a backstory on the victim. She gonna tell you where they come from, their faults and flaws, who they are, and you can actually see it. I'm telling y'all, over the weekend I watched so many true crime cases. I watched this true crime case where this newlywed couple went on a cruise in Europe and the husband did not come back. The husband did not come back. And the family is saying that they believe that the daughter in law got something to do with it. They say that it's these Russian men. They saying that the Russian men got something to do with it. Honestly, when I looked at that case, I kind of they didn't never figure out if it was a accidental or if it was a homicide case. I think that it could possibly been a homicide case, and the Russians had something to do with it because the Russians were they were real sketchy on their cruise. Like somebody had even when they got to the next port, they were all being interrogated on whether or not they essayed a young woman on the cruise. She said that three of them essayed her and made her do with them. So shit. Why y'all ain't looking into them? And then once they got back to the United States, one of them went to prison for selling opioids. Well, he went to jail for selling opioids. And he said the reason why he was selling opioids is because he wanted to be able to afford the finer things in life, like nice clothing and watches. Ain't that what black people be trying to do that for? I'm just asking a question. They might not be selling opioids, but I thought that the reason why black people be selling drugs is so that they can have an improvement of life. Now, 9 times out of 10, I don't think they be improving their life because a lot of times you become a user yourself. But that's beside the point. Now I'm just rambling. But I have been. I wish I could share my whole watch list with you all. So y'all can go back and watch some of these true crime stories. Cause when I tell y'all, I've been watching some interesting cases. Very interesting. And the last young lady that I started, I haven't even subscribed to her channel. It's just that since YouTube, once you put yourself in the algorithm, they gonna keep you there. And every time I refresh my recommendations page, it's one of her videos. So I click on it. If ain't nothing going on in the beefing sector, cause I don't know, y'all, I can't get with the black or I don't know the players, I guess. So I can't get with the black or the Mo3 sector. So I find myself in true crime and I'm an arts and craft type girl and so on and so forth. Actually, I got a job today that I need to be working on. I had a job last week that I need to be working on. I got somebody asking me to do a new intro for 2024 for them. I got somebody asking me to, well, I took this job. I got someone asking me if I can actually do them some planner stickers. That's what I've been doing when I'm not live. I be, working on my planner stickers. I need to get me some payday stickers made out for myself. I need to get me some I got some doctor's appointment icons I can put in my planner. I got some medication, time to take the pills. I got some of them made out for myself. And then my new client asked me if I could make them some payday stickers, vacation stickers. They want, it's time for me to pay this bill, this bill, this bill, this bill. So I've been working on that today for my new client. So, y'all, believe it or not, I'm not just sitting around. I'm not. I'm not. But for the most part, my client, she kind of surprised me today because she called me. She was like, "Oh, I need," and I know she doing it for the betterment of myself. But I appreciate it. I do, cause I get where she be coming from too. She know a bitch be broke around him, and she one of them type of people be like, bitch, I ain't gonna just give you some money. You gonna have to do an exchange. So I've been working for her. I have been. I've been trying to make sure that I get some things that I feel like she would. enjoy to have in her planner. And yeah, I appreciate the work. I do. And it give me something to do. It give me, I'm one of them people that I have to stay busy or I'll be sleep all day. And last week, that's all I did. I slept all week. I ain't have nowhere to go, nothing to do. So last week I just slept for the most part. Um, see y'all can't be friendly with Sophie. Sophie be want to act a fool. Hey, no, let me let you out. Sophie be want to act a fool, and I ain't got time. Bye. Um, yeah, I be sleep. So, cause it ain't nothing for me to do. Y'all, I haven't been to work since June. I'm still employed too. That's funny. I mean, it ain't funny, but I'm still employed. I can say that much. And I have been bored out my mind for a while. I don't know if you could call it depression or what, but my depression is kind of weird. My depression is where I will sleep. Um, my doctors be asking me if I have you know, self harm thoughts? And the answer to that question is no. I don't have self harm thoughts. Um, but I be bored. And I think that boredom, the only thing I can do is sleep. I'm not a TV person, so I don't watch a lot of TV. If nothing is going on YouTube, I'm bored. Then it's certain things that I try and stay away from on the beef sector because a lot of people attitudes be pissing me off to the point where I want to hit my live button and speak on it, but I feel like sometimes that's just not my business. So I stay out of those things. I do. I have a very good friend here that goes by the name Sean Bradley, and for some odd reason, I be wanting to speak up on his behalf. However, at the same time, it's not my business. So I'm not gonna get involved in a Sean Bradley fight. It's just not my judge. It's not. And I would expect for him to be able to allow me to handle my shit on my own too if I ever got in a situation where I had to come to a point where I have to go back and forth with a motherfucker. And y'all know I don't think I come to a point where I have to go back and forth with somebody simply because I'm not gonna give them the time or the day. Okay? Not gonna get on the time of the day. If you say something 9 times out of 10, I ain't gonna even know about it. I had asked all my good friends not to even come tell me shit. When it came up to the whole double mastectomy conversation, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all, that girl, she hurt my little heart. My little feelings got hurt. They were crushed. But I learned from that day on, I didn't never want to know what nobody had to say about me. And anybody could have went back on my channel and seen all my videos when I was going back and forth to my oncologist and leading up to the day of me having my double mastectomy, even up to the day where I had got Sophie and got my breast implants that same day. So for me to even put all that out there, it just made me feel wide open. So a lot of those videos are now hidden too. But I can't lie, that girl, she hurt my damn feelings. How the fuck you gonna talk about my titties? And then me possibly, I was so sick. And then I know I probably be a fool, but at least I ain't doing uploads coming on here and telling y'all, oh, y'all, I had a seizure and I dislocated my shoulders. And I'll be putting it, you got to dig through these lives. My lives rarely get views. So, child, if you want it, you can have it. I promise you, I have a thicker skin now. I know what I go through, so it is what it is. I've come to that conclusion when it comes to the beef sector, but it haven't been interesting to me. So I've been looking at true crime. I have been, and with that being said, y'all, I think I done been. Oh, I was supposed to go live. I was supposed to go live yesterday, but I did not go live. Me and Jay Dunn, I hit Jay Dunn's panel on Sunday morning, probably like 4 a.m. Now I can tell y'all this. I usually go to bed about 7 o'clock at night. And I'll be up at 4 a.m. So I woke up around 4 a.m. and Jay Dunn was live. And I'm like, damn, what Jaynon doing live? And then the title of her video was Sleeping Mammals. I wish I could play it, but I'm on my cell phone. We back, Lynn. I'm driving and listening. What are your thoughts on the phone call from jail of Shirley Strawberry? Oh, I need to hear that. Can you send me that or tag me? I think I've been seeing it, but I had been kind of, I've been real deep in that Cat Williams situation because y'all know me. I'm for the underdog, right? So basically, I look at Cat Williams as underdog simply because you got yourself out here in it with so many people to where you got a lot of people saying, I don't believe him and he just mad he not a part of the club. And like I told y'all, I believe everything that he said. And I think he don't give a damn about being a part of the club. He don't care about being a part of the club. I don't even I think that man probably smoke weed and drink alcohol. I don't think that cat has ever done a hard drug a day of my life. And a lot of people are there of his life, not mine, because I don't do drugs. But I feel like a lot of people feel like when you have an emotional breakdown, you had been on drugs to do it. And I don't believe that. I believe that people have emotional breakdowns simply because of emotions. And yes, some people have outlandish behavior simply because they high on dope. But I feel like when Cat was going through whatever he was going through, I believe it was an emotional situation. Y'all have to actually go back and believe it or not. Some people say they've been following Cat his whole career. No, I've been following Cat his whole career. I've been following him his whole career. And basically, when it came to how he, I'm gonna say escaped his family home and moved to Florida. That's something I heard years ago. A lot of the things that he discussed in the interview, I've heard years ago. Not from Cat, but from other people too, especially when it comes to Steve Harvey. And then I don't know, but have any of you seen the video that Bernie Mac's daughter did in reference to the interview? Now, she said that she had never met Cat. She said she would love to have a conversation with Cat. She really didn't speak on the relationship between Steve and her father, but she did not speak on oceans or anything like that. But she said that she honestly believed in Cat. So basically, that's what I've been in this whole thing. Um, and the reason what made me bring up Cat is because you asked me about Shirley Strawberry husband in the prison situation, right? So basically, the videos that I have been seeing is what made me think about Cat was the situation between him and the lady from V103 here in Atlanta who used to be with Frank Ski. What's her name? And her husband. I've been seeing the conversation between them when she did the interview with Cat Williams, and that's what I went to because I was thinking about that. But I see you talking about Shirley Strawberry. Honestly, y'all, I haven't even paid attention to the Shirley Strawberry videos or that information simply because I am when I used to be on my way to work, I used to listen to Steve Harvey show, and the Strawberry Letter was one of my favorite segments of the show. But for years, I have been a person that just simply could not stand Steve Harvey, right? And it had a lot of things to do with a persona that you try and put out here for people to see you as. So whenever I think about him, I think about Shirley, I think about nephew Tommy, and I just try and disassociate the whole little radio show. And I don't. I guess that's what I did. I threw Shirley Strawberry in there with Steve Harvey, and I just didn't want to know anything. Honestly, I can't even tell you what happened with Shirley Strawberry. She said, I'm not interested because God, I just looked down and saw that. I'm telling you, that's why. I can't even tell you what is the whole story about because I attached her to Steve Harvey. Lynn, get out my head. That's what I can't even tell you. Even when I be on TikTok, and I be a stroller on TikTok. But even when I'm on TikTok and I get to a video and they're about to talk about her next, and I got it listed on my TikTok to where I ain't got to say nothing but next. I don't have to say nothing but next. I ain't got to use a finger. I can say next, go back. It's something else I got my phone programmed to do for me. But I could just say next, go back, or whatever, and it'll do it for me. But I don't even have to do nothing. All I gotta do is say next. Baby, let me tell you something. When Essie Berry, see y'all, let me tell you, because I'm going to talk show, right? I'm probably gonna have to go back to 20 though. Geneva Closet Talk Show. Her and Essie Berry. Essie Berry actually had a page here on YouTube. It used to be Essie Berry, and it was another girl. She used to be a part of the Beast. I can't even call it the Beast Sector. Carmen Kaboom. Carmen Kaboom. She was coming up with the attorney mom and all of them, but all of them had started talking about Mary Harvey. She said, "Girl, I had a bad black fedora and gave it away." A bad ass black fedora. Baby, I had to get that motherfucker away because it reminded me of that bitch. But for some odd reason, people started talking about Steve and Mary Harvey, right? And I first saw it on Etsy Berry. If y'all know who Etsy Berry, what happened to Etsy? Etsy, okay, Steve got her channel chopped down, right? So Steve had her channel flagged and her channel had went away. So Geneva ended up reaching out to Etsy and they started doing videos together on Geneva's channel. That's where Etsy is. If y'all know who Etsy Berry is Rerun. Y'all remember Rerun from What's Happening? That was his wife. She was married to Rerun. What she wanted to do was a reality show with Mary Harvey herself and other male celebrities in that comedy realm or aspect, right? She wanted to do like a Real Housewives, but it was with herself. And I don't remember who any of the other cast members would have been, but I can remember Mary because at the time she had reached out to Mary, and at that time Mary was going through it with Steve going through it with Steve. And the things that Mary said that Steve did to her, it was so nasty. It was just so nasty. Like, what man would treat a woman this way? Then you done made all this money off the keys of comedy. You done divorced her. You been mistreating this woman. You done had this woman put in psychiatric hospitals. You done snatched this woman's son from her. And you just driving this woman crazy. And Etsy Berry was her advocate. Yes, he did. He did. Etsy was her advocate. At Etsy, when she started in on Steve, baby, she had all the documentation, all the attorneys. When they were living in Houston, she had the whole story lined out. But Steve had done took this. He had this woman in court. He had this woman page snatched from her. He tried to silence this woman. But you can always go back on Geneva Claus's talk show and you can look at some of those videos because some of those videos are over there. And when I started being researching and listening in on Etsy Berry and the things she was saying about Steve Harvey, baby, woo! If I ever had a bone in my body where I said, "Oh, I kind of like Steve," baby, that would throw it out the window. And then for me to see how he was doing Etsy, I was like, "Oh my God, this he's a nasty, despicable." I mean, we could be in Etsy Live and he would have people dropping down in the chat. And it could have been some of his psycho fans. It could have been some people because, we have all these people that they are fan of you and they will fight to the death. That's like the Beehive. If I be over here dogging out Beyonce, baby, somebody might drop down in this chat and start throwing bees in the chat on me, and it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So basically, we could be in her live videos, and baby, don't people be dropping down in the chat talking about that lady live. She done did interviews with Mary Harvey. I done heard from Mary Harvey out her own mouth the things that Steve done did to her. So I ain't got no reason to even not believe Etsy or Mary. I don't. And that's what caused me to distance myself from the whole Shirley Strawberry saga. Cause I can't stand Steve. I can't stand him. And when Cat Williams brought up the fact about him contacting the Ocean's 11 producers and trying to wiggle his way into Bernie, it wasn't a stretch. Then when he was saying how Mark Curry, because I used to watch Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I think I was still in high school when Hanging with Mr. Cooper was out. And I remember hanging with Mr. Cooper. Mark Curry was, if I'm not mistaken, he was a true to life basketball player who became an actor, and he ended up doing the show, hanging with Mr. Cooper. Then all of a sudden, here comes Steve Harvey and stole the whole show concept. So I believe Cat. I do. But on that note, y'all, I'm gonna end it. What I was trying to tell everybody, I dropped the link to the video of the Kimberly and when she was talking about the case up in Illinois. I dropped that in the chat. So because I'm gonna private the video because the kids was in the old video talking loud, and I might come back and do another story with the Mississippi story on a later time. I want more of that to come out. It's me. I'm out here. Yeah. So I'm gonna come in now. Oh yeah, she didn't want you to leave her in here with me. So yeah, y'all, I might do a separate video. I might do it as an upload. That way y'all can have the visuals and all that. I got to work on an intro for one of my moderators. And then I'm working on planner stickers for someone else. And trying to do little odd jobs here and there so I can keep up. One thing about being off work this long is that it's hard because right now I'm no longer qualified for short term disability. And I'm going to now have to transition into long term disability. And these people are not working with me. I called today because you keep telling me that you had sent me paperwork for my doctors to fill out, and I still haven't received it. Although I received paperwork telling me that you have to um start the case with me because I ran out of short term and now I'm on long term, but you have not submitted paperwork to me. And I asked if you could email it to me, and you said no, it is but what I got to go to my doctor office. It's just so weird to me. I just wish they would email me this paperwork so that I can forward the email to my doctor office and my doctor office submit the paperwork. And so I've been trying to just, do little things here and there so I can at least have dollars, some. So if y'all want to, please donate to the channel. That's Just Lovely 414. Just $ Just Lovely 414. I I don't know my I don't even know my PayPal. I don't know that. I got one, but I couldn't tell you. I don't know if it's in my name, and I don't even want to give it out over here. It's a reason why I have to create me one that's just lovely. I guess I don't damn know, but yeah, I'm a end this. Oh yeah, y'all too. Let me tell y'all something. I went to the hospital last Thursday because before Christmas, I think 3 days before Christmas, I had been feeling really sick. I was in bed with a fever, and my family thought I might have had COVID. And the reason why they thought I had COVID because I went to a funeral and I had been around people. A lot of people be like, "How you gonna get COVID? You don't even go nowhere. You don't even be around people." But my family was thinking, "Oh, you probably don't got COVID because you don't been to like these funerals and then you been going places and I've been hanging out with my aunt and stuff like that." So I go to the doctor Thursday. I'm up in there with a pink eye, my eye crusted over because when I go to bed at night, it be stuck together when I wake up in the morning. I'm in there telling them I be having runny nose, I done had a fever, I had a cough, um, They tested me for COVID. I didn't have COVID. That's the craziest thing to me because out of all these years of COVID, I've never had COVID. So many people I know say that they had COVID, but I have never had COVID. Let's knock on wood. Never had it. But I was explaining to them all these symptoms that I've been having. Guess what they do? They don't give me anything for my eye, so it's still red and pink. They don't give me. They give me some pills for coughing, but honestly, y'all, I don't think I had. I told them I hadn't had no real bad cough since like Christmas morning. Cause when I woke up Christmas morning, it felt like I was rejuvenated. But as soon as I got home that night, I got into bed and I was feeling sick because I don't know. I just probably had been around too many people. And I stayed in bed all the way up to New Year's and I was still sick. So my aunt was like, we gonna take you to the emergency room. I go to the emergency room and they don't I sat down in the emergency room from 1 to 5. They called me to the back. When I go to the back, they say, well, what's going on? I tell them what's going on. He look at me, he look at my eye. He looking me in my face, so you can see the eyes pink. I'm telling him that I wake up, my eye be stuck together. It hurts because it's crusted over. I tell him that I be having a runny nose and that my you know all the gross stuff, the phlegm, all that. They do the COVID test. I don't have COVID, but they give me nothing for my eye. They give me nothing for um the mucus. I'll say that they give me nothing because even with the eye, it's mucus. It's just that when you sleep, your eye closed, so that mucus is hardening up. So he didn't give me nothing. He gave me some for a cough. He gave me some pills at that for a cough. Then he gave me another prescription. I asked my pharmacist what was that for, because he said he was gonna give me something for inflammation. And then so I asked the pharmacist, can they give me a consult on the medications? And they tell me that this pill is for cough, and then this pill is for arthritis. And I'm like, arthritis, arthritis. You put that one back. I don't want that one. I just get this one. The reason why I'm telling y'all this story, because y'all, I am actually, and it I always feel like something is in my eye. So actually, I guess that I'm sitting here trying to clear my eye. I don't know, but I'm finna go so I can go work on my jobs. And y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.